Hello everyone, this is RaceBase and welcome back to my Neofly career in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 where some issues have occurred. I was already on a mission to carry some cargo over to Turkey to LTCE and I was starting out in northwestern Ukraine when the game crashed, and so did OBS, my recording software, and so I lost the video of the front part of that flight. Fortunately, Neofly left me at the nearest airport, UKMQ. Unfortunately, it is a very small runway, 1,621 feet. So there's been a little intro to the situation, but I'll pick it up with my original audio as I go through and figure out what to do about this. Bring this aircraft to pilot location. Well, first, I need to be in a different location. How do I get myself to that airport? Move pilot to a new location. Okay. Alright, let me get the code. We'll see if this works. UKDD. Seems like a nice long runway nearby. We'll have to truck the DC-6B over, but I mean, it could have very easily left me there instead of here. I mean, you know, the game crashed anyway, so we'll just take it as fair. UKDD. I don't know about no hub. Okay. Yes. Okay, now bring this aircraft to pilot location. Must remove... Well, just tell me that I don't fail the mission. How about that? Okay, fine. No co-pilot. Plane cannot be transferred with jobs. I was afraid you were going to say that. Well, I think we'll just abandon the job. We'll still probably have the cargo in here, which is phones. And they're not they're not buying phones here. Or should I try to take off from a 1,600 foot runway? It sort of depends if there are trees at the end of the runway or whether it's clear, isn't it? Why don't we take a look? I can do it that way. I won't tell Neofly what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and go to UK, not UKDD, but where the plane is, UKMQ, and see what the conditions are. It is indeed a 1,621 foot runway. Well, I'm gonna try it out. You know, there's a field, there's a... If I turn right over there, we've got a pretty long stretch. So I'm gonna try to do that, and this may go horribly wrong. And I will want the water injection on. I'll be pushing the poor little engines quite a lot. I don't need to do that right now, but let's just go for it. And the trim. Okay. I turn into that area. Okay, well, it's gonna be bumpy though. But actually, we don't need that much more. Yeah, okay, no problems. Alright, we can do this. I don't think I was carrying full load though, so I have to be careful. Alright. I'll transfer myself back. Okay, back to UKMQ, and let me get the co-pilot in. Oh, where did the co-pilot go then? UKKV? No, she's not supposed to be in UKKV. I last left her in UKMQ, surely. Oh, great. Okay. 5,000? And nickel and dime you all over the place here. Okay, Yoda again. No flight attendant. It is a cargo mission. It didn't take away the fuel that I used to get to UKMQ. That's still the fuel I put in initially. Doesn't match. Oh, I didn't assign myself to it. Oh.
I know it's going to be a good day when my favorite pilot is working.
Okay.
Transporter from dispatch. Good morning. The sensitive cargo mission will start as soon as you get in your aircraft in the park.
So for balance sake, I put some people in as well. Because that's the only way it seems to be able to load things forward in the plane.
Loading is complete. Let's go.
You're good to go. Contact the tower for clearance.
So here we are. I've got the... Oh, the carburetor temp is a little bit high. Let's set that. We don't want it that much. Still too much. Gust lock is off. I've got the water injection on. Okay, that's fine. Those I've reset. Okay, here goes nothing. Oh, no, I don't need those. Turning into this field here. Might not even need to. Oh, go up. Oh, shoot. It dipped.
Nice takeoff, pilot.
Nice
Have a
takeoff,
safe,
yeah,
steady
sure.
flight.
Did you see the same takeoff? Let's try and get that back down here. Okay, okay. We're in good shape. Gear up. Given a little bit of extra space, we can manage the 1,600 foot runway with this load. Okay, we better not kill the engines. They're ready in orange. Well, they're a lot touchier in Flight Sim 2024 than in Flight Sim 2020, I've noticed. Alright, let me get myself back on track here. Once I get myself back to altitude, I'll restart beyond ATC, I think, and try to have it pick up where we left off. Okay, I want to try and pick up speed here. Due to the additional chaos, I'm probably only got one flight in this particular video. I probably put too much trim for takeoff. So, how much further, considering our delay? Looking at 578 nautical miles, so about 2 hours. We are basically 1 hour in. Oh, cylinder head temp. Well, we don't need. I should have set the takeoff setting on the cowl flaps. That should warm it up a little bit. I would actually prefer to just look at the instruments to figure out all those things to do with the engines, but in my experience, even if the stuff like the carb air here or the oil temps and such don't look like they have any problems, they're not even in the yellow, the pad says that they are having problems. So I use the engine stress visualizer because it seems to be pickier than the actual instruments in the plane. So that's how it is. Alright, we're climbing well enough now. Well, hopefully the game won't crash. One reason I decided to continue today instead of yesterday is because I updated my graphics drivers. It seemed like the crash was due to graphics drivers, but then again, that's what the game always says. So I'm not totally sure that was the real cause, but it certainly can't be that there was like some intense scenery package, because I don't have any scenery in this area. I do have a freeware version of Kyiv, but we didn't get close enough to that for that to even render. Otherwise, this is just stock scenery the whole way, so this is not an area that should be taxing my video card. And certainly not just 1 hour in. Oh, so the engines have a different cylinder head temp and their manifold... Oh no, the fuel flow is different. Well, they have a slightly different carburetor heat. Well, that one did anyway. Okay, carburetor temp too cold now that we've gotten up in altitude. Engine 2 and 3 are still a little bit hot. I closed the cowl flaps, so I'll open them a little bit again. Okay, 11,000 feet. Let me get back to beyond ATC, assuming it works around here. Now, something about the river's not rendering right. We've got a bit of a rendering problem around here. Is that something I should be worried about as far as game stability is concerned? Oh, I just noticed something in Neofly. In the mission panel, they have a cabin thing, and here it says General Passenger Satisfaction, try to finish with satisfaction greater than 90 to get a reputation bonus. But I'm not carrying passengers, so it's not effective. And I guess we could serve drinks or food or stuff. So that's in this update. Simferopol radar, this is Romeo Alpha 412 at flight level 110.
Ramaya Alpha 412, Simferopol radar, identified.
Alright, we have finally reached the Black Sea, or I guess technically the Sea of Azov, which is the northeast corner, that little bit, which is sort of enclosed by land except for a little strait that leads into the Black Sea. There it is. Very contested area here. I remember back in the day with FS passengers in an area like this, you would actually get shot down, or at least it would say that in FS passengers in dangerous places. I still miss FS passengers despite Neofly. There are certain features now. They have added some of the things like this stuff with passenger satisfaction, but it's nowhere near the complexity of FS passengers telling you who's pissed and why kind of thing. And setting the ticket prices and all that business. Neofly is a lot nicer than the stock career though. Especially because I get to use all the planes. That's the greatest fault of a stock career, that the plane selection is limited. Alright, that to our right is Novorossiysk, and we are going to go over the Black Sea proper now. That's what that is. And at this point, we are 327 nautical miles away. So still an hour and a bit. Who knows how the engines will do. I'm on the alternate tanks for now. Ground speed's only 266, I think. Yeah. Well, as you can see, we have reached Turkey and barely clearing the mountains here. The mountains are not very well textured. Some bits are okay, like right under us right there, but most of it is not. And has a lot of clouds baked in, lots of edges, like right there. But here we are in Turkey, and as far as how far we are from the airport, oh, about 50 miles. So, Beyond ATC wants us to contact Ankara Control. Ankara Control is Romeo Alpha 412 at flight level 110.
Romeo Alpha 412, Ankara Control, radar contact. Romeo Alpha 412, Ankara Control, expect HOCAM 1 Delta with HOCAM transition, runway 08 right.
Expecting HOCA 1 Delta with HOCAM transition, runway 08 right, Romeo Alpha 412. The airport altitude is 5,763 feet, so I don't have to descend very much. Oh, that's sort of a messy seam right there. And 016
Romeo
is a
Alpha
little bit more than
412,
that.
turn right, heading 165, vectors for the approach.
Turning right, 165, Romeo Alpha 412.
Romeo Alpha 412, contact Erzurum approach 124.3.
Sensitive than I wanted. Alright. 124.3, Romeo Alpha 412. Erzurum approach, this is Romeo Alpha 412 at flight level 110, descending to flight level 100. Oh, I turned too much.
Romeo Alpha 41 TVO Erzurum approach. Good morning. Kune Hevan 01 C8 radar vectors forward me and Kerunya 08 right.
Thank goodness I have a text readout of what he just said. Landing runway 08 right, QNH 1016, Romeo Alpha 412.
Romeo Alpha 41 TVO, turn left, heading 140.
Turn left heading 145, Romeo Alpha 412. No, I didn't like that.
Negative, turn left, heading 140.
Turning left heading 145, Romeo Alpha 412.
Romeo Alpha 41 TVO, turn right, heading 160.
Turn right heading 160, Romeo Alpha 412.
Romeo Alpha 41 TVO,
Oh, runway
turn left,
heading.
heading 08 SB.
Turning left heading 085, Romeo Alpha 412. Oh, I see the runway there. Now I have to land softly. It's wiggling all over the place. Oh, come on. That was less than 200.
That was a harder landing than we like to see, pilot.
I swear it was less than 200.
Contact ground for your parking assignment, then shut down your engine.
Well, Beyond ATC didn't really follow up much. So... it doesn't seem to even know that landed. So, Ezram Airport. Got all these smaller planes in this terminal area. Well, I'm gonna declare this spot right here to be ramp 5. Not perfectly lined up, but I'm huge, so it's okay.
Okay, pilot. Removing the fragile goods may take a little longer than normal. Stand by.
Alright, so really... let's go... oh, it says 210. Negative 210 for that landing is the official amount. Well...
Transporter from dispatch. The
What can
cargo
I
was
say?
picked up by the customer. Your mission is completed.
alright, got 416,000, but then we have to pay airport fees and all
You
that.
can start your engine now.
So, successful flight despite the crash of the game in between. And we are here at Ezram Airport. And I'll continue from here, LTCE, next time. Continuing to try to complete an around the world flight with the DC-6, and we need to end up at, well, whichever airport it was in India. I keep forgetting. I'll make sure to remember when we get close. But there it is, the Clipper Liberty Bell Pan Am World Airways here in Turkey. And with that, I'll say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do press like. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time.